now with our GMA Book Club pick for July. It's Take What You Can by New York Times bestselling author Naima Coster about two best friends navigating new motherhood. Congratulations on the book. Welcome. It's good to have you here.
So much.
So, I mean, we were all chatting. It took, what, 4 years for you to write this book, 5 drafts. Tell us about it.
Take What You Can is the story of Millie and Val, two best friends who find themselves pregnant at the same time, and they decide to move near one another so they can raise their girls together. But during their first year of motherhood, nothing goes according to plan, and they have to figure out how they're going to stay close.
I mean, can we look at the cover again here?
Beautiful.
Because, like, doesn't this scream friendship?
Yeah,
absolutely here. So what was it about friendship that made you want to write about it?
I wanted to write about the way that when we get older, other things in our lives can seem to come first, like career, romantic relationships, our own ambitions, and friendship can remain really important and life-sustaining even as we age. And I wanted to write about two best friends who are each other's person, who have an enduring, life-sustaining love, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. Their friendship is really messy and complicated, and the book asks the question, how do you stay close to someone when you begin moving in different directions, where you have maybe secrets and resentments that you don't know how to talk about, but you know that the relationship is worth holding on to.
And one thing here, I was going to ask you about the focus in the book on motherhood, and then you told us during the break that you had 2 kids while you were writing this book. Talk about kind of like blending those two things, the reality of being a mother and then writing about it in the story.
Yes, my life changed as I worked on the book, and Millie and Val's lives changed too, and they find that motherhood changes everything they thought they knew about themselves. And the old status quo of their lives just doesn't work anymore. And so they start reassessing everything, their love lives, their careers, their friendship itself, and try to reshape what's going on for them, which leads to a lot of trouble, but also opens up new possibility. And that's what motherhood has been to me. It's been an opening up of an entirely new world.
As you were going through your own experiences, did you find yourself like rewriting and changing some things? And you're like, wait a minute, maybe this is a little bit different. And
Absolutely.
then you went back and
yes. And just, you know, the fatigue of pregnancy and motherhood. There were times I was under the covers working on this book, trying to find the energy to keep going. So the themes were very raw for me as I worked on it.
One ripple of that you explore is something that people don't really talk about, this idea of going through motherhood while also being motherless. And that's a topic that you really do explore here.
Yes, both Millie and Val are missing their mothers, but for different reasons. Millie lost her adoring mother to cancer when she was 20 years old, and Val is estranged from her cruel mother who cast her out of her life. And so the women first connect over the shared pain that they have, and it's a pain that only gets louder when they become mothers. So they experience this love and this joy, but they also experience a lot of heartache. You know, taking care of a baby is hard, and it's especially hard when you are missing the person who took care of you, or if you never had that person or that caring presence to begin with. And that's certainly a part of my story, and I know that it's not an uncommon experience, and I wanted to write about that in a way that readers could find themselves reflected in the text and feel less alone.
Oh, that's so powerful. You know, one of the first things that I always do when I get a book is I open it up and I look at the first page, and I see that that first page takes place in France. And I know travel for you, that's something that you want to pass on to your children, but also the reader.
Yes, absolutely. I think that travel can challenge us and stretch us, and we get to try on different identities when we go abroad. You might not be that person who thinks you can dive off a rock into the ocean, but when you're traveling, you get a chance to do that. And Millie and Val are stretched and transformed by their time in France when they're in their 20s, and I hope that my children and that I get to continue traveling and exploring new parts of ourselves.
Naima, this is amazing. Congratulations on everything. I resonate so much with what you said, so I hope everyone goes out and buys this book. Take What You Can is out right now.
That's right. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you. Thank you so much.